Thank you very much, Liz. Thank you to the last panel. My name's Gavin Costigan. I'm Chief Executive of the Foundation for Science and Technology. We're the organisation that has put on this conference. And that gives me the opportunity to have a quick plug. So some of you know very well what we do. Some of you may not know what we do, but in effect, we try and bridge that gap between science, technology, innovation and research and policy. And we do that in a number of ways. We hold events, we have a journal, we have a podcast, we have blogs. So if you're unaware of what we do, please look us up. Social media is a great place to look up. If you follow our Twitter feed today, there's lots and lots of pictures of the event. But do come and get involved. Our website tells you how to contact us, and we're really approachable. So just send me an email if you want to find out. But the big plug is about the Foundation Future Leaders Scheme. Many of the people who stood on this platform or sat over here have said they're members of the Foundation Future Leaders Scheme. So I just wanted to tell you what it is. And the reason I'm telling you what it is because applications are open for next year. So this is a direct opportunity if you're unaware. But what we do every year is we try and gather together a cohort of people, around about 30 to 35 people, drawn roughly equally from three broad categories. And before I tell you the categories, pretty much every year there are people who don't quite sit in the categories, and that's okay. So this isn't a specific category thing, but broadly speaking, an equivalent number of people from, firstly, the civil service and the wider public service, the parliamentary service, public servants of one sort or another. Secondly, people who work in universities, people who work in the wider research community, people who work in national labs, that kind of grouping. And thirdly, people who work in industry, people who work in research technology organizations, people who work in areas near to industry. If, on the other hand, you work in something that's near to one of those or in anywhere around those, you're very, very welcome as well. So what does this group do? Over the course of the year, we will get them together. We will get them together with each other, and they will spend a lot of time learning about the whole S&T ecosystem from each other. But we will also put them in front of senior figures from government, from parliament, from universities, from industry, research charities, and others. And the idea is that they will develop a network and an understanding of the whole science and technology ecosystem. And there involves some quite fun visits. So we have a visit every year to the Houses of Parliament, and we talk about science in Parliament. We tend to go to a government department, talk about science in government. We tend to go to UK university. We tend to go to a research facility or a company. And we will do this each year on a period of time from January to December. And as I said, applications for next year are currently open and close on the 21st of November. A minute after I sit down, you will all receive an email telling you the link for that, and also telling you that there's a lovely survey about today, and please fill it in and give us some feedback. And that's not just because we love some feedback, but if we do this again, we'd like to make it even better. We have to pay and afford and convince people to do these kind of activities. So we need to demonstrate that they're useful. So I hope it was. So that's the spiel. That's the pitch. Thank you very much. I'm just going to finish by thanking people, because a day like this doesn't just happen, and so many people have been involved. So a big thank you to all of the speakers who come from many different places. A big thank you to all of the future leaders who've designed this conference, who stood up here as chairs, who sat down there on the panels. I'd like to thank my three sponsors on this slide, without whom we couldn't have afforded to do this. So thank you to the Worshipful Company of Scientific Instrument Makers, to Rolls-Royce and to KPMG. Thank you to the staff here at Glaciers Hall for all their help. And there are two people lurking at the back, Simon and Angela, who basically made it all happen. So thank you very much to you too. That's the end of today. Thank you so much for coming, and do have a safe journey home. Thank you.